y'all, it's your girl Dom and welcome to Dining with Dom. This is my new cooking show that I will be doing weekly that shows you easy to follow vegan recipes. And today we are making vegan lobster rolls. I'm super excited about it. I saw my homegirl, I don't want to say her government name, the Vegan Ting, make these, and I was like, I have to make these. So I'm gonna use the recipes that I used before I went vegan, because I love a good lobster roll, honey. Let me tell you, they are so good. And let's just jump right into the video. For our vegan lobster, we're going to be using oyster mushrooms, and I found these vegan prawns at the store. Let me give you all a little close up. We're gonna be using those vegan prawns, and you can find them at your local Asian market, and I think there's some places online that have them. I'll link everything below. And then we're gonna be using our vegan mayo. I got the brand that everyone hates, but I like it. Just get vegan mayo. Some paprika, garlic powder, butter, Old Bay, celery. We got some dill over here, some garlic, so I'm gonna put some garlic butter on top, some lemon for lemon juice, some chives, celery. We got a little bit of everything, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let's do this. Y'all won't be able to see me because I want y'all to be able to see what I'm doing, but you'll be able to see my hands, and they have a lot of personality, honey, let me tell you. So we're gonna marinate our vegan lobster, okay? So I'm gonna start with the oyster mushroom. Well, we'll just throw it all in here. If you're gonna use just oyster mushrooms, make sure you double up on how much you use, because we all know these shrink. Okay, so we're gonna start with some lemon juice. And I'm just gonna take half a lemon and squeeze it on in. I actually learned this watching Chef Joya. You put your fork in and it squeezes everything out. Try not to get any seeds. All right, so we're gonna use some paprika. You'll probably see me pour a lot. That's really just to get the color on the oyster mushrooms to be red, like lobster. Let the ancestors guide you, okay? And then I'm gonna throw in some garlic powder. Honey, throw that on in there. That's optional. You don't usually put garlic powder in a lobster roll, but I am. So this is Old Bay. And I'm gonna just give a nice little shimmy, 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 shimmy. This is not the salt-free one, so you don't wanna overdo it. And we're going to throw in some vegan butter, because this is not a healthy recipe. And we're gonna give that a nice little mix. I can already tell just by, don't worry, I'm gonna wash my hands. Taste testing it, but I'm gonna have to add a little more Old Bay. But it's looking good so far. Honestly, it tastes good to me. I don't think I need to add any more anything. Maybe a little more lemon juice, but I'll wait till I cook it to see. So we're gonna throw that in the fridge. That's what it should look like. We're gonna throw this in the fridge and let it marry for a good 30 minutes, maybe an hour. See y'all then? Y'all, I lied, I forgot. We're gonna add in some vegan seaweed as well. So literally just take that in your clean hands, y'all, please. You know we are in a panoramic. If you don't get that joke, that means you're not on Twitter. Take some seaweed, crush it with your hands and add that. That's gonna help give it more of a fishy flavor as well. I don't like to do too much because like it's kind of hard. I don't like the color, but we're gonna mix that in as well. This is what it should look like. And we're gonna stick that in the fridge and let it marry. We're gonna start with our mayo and then add more lemon juice like this, squeeze and turn. That honestly is probably enough. And then we're gonna add in, this is celery. I don't know why the celery was so light today at the farmer's market. I don't know what was going on over that way. And then we're gonna go ahead and add in our chives and leave some for garnishing. And then my favorite, some dill, a little bit more Old Bay, And then a secret ingredient nobody talks about is a little bit, literally just a little bit of pickle juice. So we're gonna take a spoon and mix it up. And you can add more ingredients along the way. Like I can already tell I'm gonna probably need the rest of the celery. I put my celery in the food processor, so that's kind of why it looks like that. Looks gross, but I know it's gonna be good. A little runny, but not too much. I might add a little more mayo to this, but first let me taste it. Use more Old Bay. And we're gonna set this in the fridge and allow that to marry as well. Here you'll just see me cooking the vegan lobster. I went ahead and put my pan on medium-high heat, and I started with the oyster mushrooms just because it takes a little longer to cook. And then once that kind of cooked, I added in my vegan lobster. You want all the liquid to evaporate, and then you should have something that looks similar to this once you cook it for about 5 to 7 minutes on medium-high heat. And then voila, there's my vegan lobster. So I went ahead and put it in the mayo here. I think I made my mayo a little liquidy, so you don't have to do that. And I use way too much mayo, but that's why I do these videos, so y'all can learn from me. So it's a creamier lobster roll. You can skip the mayo altogether and just do a butter lobster roll. I know some people do it that way. It's just all up to you. But either way, this was so delicious, and I hope y'all like it. Now back to the video. Alright, so I've already plated one of my lobster rolls. I'm gonna plate the other, but don't use as much paprika as I did, just because it does change like the color of the mayo, but honestly, I don't care, who cares? I know some people are gonna be like, oh, you can do this with hearts of palm. You can. I personally don't like the taste or texture of hearts of palm. Like, it's very rare that I use them, but you can also do this recipe with that. Either way, this recipe should take you no more than 20 minutes if you prep everything correctly. And yeah, so let's plate our other lobster roll. Mine are like drowning in mayo. I made way too much mayo, but my ancestors would guide me, honey. So I just follow what they tell me to do. But I'm probably gonna make more of these for lunch tomorrow. But you just put your lobster and oyster mushrooms in. I hate this little, it's like so hard to use these little tongs. And so I'm actually gonna top my lobster rolls with some chives and a little bit of dill. Just kind of helps bring the dish alive a little bit. And then I'm also gonna top it with some paprika. And there we have vegan lobster rolls. Oh, and the type of buns I use are brioche buns, or you can use a hot dog bun. Either way, it doesn't really matter that much. Be very gentle with the paprika. It's literally just for garnishing. Oh no, that is so good. Woo! That is so good. Oyster mushrooms have a nice like chewy consistency. You can do without the vegan prawns. You can do without that. Has a nice chewy consistency. That's why I don't like hearts of palm, because I don't feel like they're chewy. Y'all be lying. I don't think they're chewy. That has a good chewy consistency. Right? It tastes like lobster meat. Seasoned, just enough lemon, just enough chives and Old Bay. Everything is delicious. So I hope y'all like this recipe. I hope y'all enjoy this. I didn't mean for it to be super long, and I will see y'all in the next video. Follow me. Follow me on all my social medias, Vegan Hippie Sol, and then I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.